So for this experiment we are going to be creating tassels. In order to do that, I'm just going to try and figure out which length I would like my tassels. So I'm going to take the length of, or the width, sorry, of the weaving board. And I think twice that width. The reason being, I'm just going to snip that. When you add the tassel, you don't want it to be too long. Now I think that is an appropriate length. So all it was two times the width of that weaving board. So once you've got your first piece of wool cut with the right length, all we're going to do is just cut some more. And I'm going to go for, let's have a look, because I don't want it too thick, but then I don't want it to look sparse. So I'm going to try, see what 4 like. Yeah, I'm quite happy with 4. Don't worry about cutting them all the same length, because we're going to do that at the very end. So once you've got your little group of them, and I'm just going to cut one more so that I don't forget the length. I always need to have one that I'm going to use for measuring the others. So there's the one where I'm going to measure them all. So I'll put that to the side. Once you've got 4, all we're going to do is just fold them in half. And again, don't worry about the ends. We'll snip them at the very, very end of the sample. So we're going to use 2 of the warp strings, and I'm just going to create a tassel, just put your tassel string just over the top of them 2 warp strings, and then what I'm going to do is lift the right one up and tuck this side of the wool behind it, just like that, and then I'm going to lift this side and just tuck those bits of wool behind that one. And then as you pull it down, you don't want to pull too strong, as you pull it down you'll get a tassel. But what you need to be careful of is just pulling these too tight. So you can loosen it up by just lifting this part of the tassel up. You can lift that back up, and you can play around with it just to get the correct tension. Really, you can pull individually on the tassel strings just to sort of fine tune it. There we go, and I'm quite happy with that. Don't want it too tight that those get too close together, but I don't want it too loose. Now it's so tempting to cut those end bits, but don't until you've got all of those tassels in place. So remember, for one tassel it is 4 of the, you want 4 pieces of wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the one I'm going to measure out with. So that goes there. I now need 1, 2, 3 more tassels. So I need 2 more tassels.